Hey everyone, Scott back again with a new beer dissection video. What I have for you today is kind of a classic. Some of you may never ever heard of it before, but from Oskar Blues, Mama's Little Pills. What else does it say on there? Little Yella Pills. Sorry, Mama's Little Yellow Pills. Again, as I've always said when I do these compilation packs, depending on when you're watching this video, I picked up, like I've done with Sam Adams, Southern Tier, whatever, a 15-pack compilation from Oskar Blues. It has a couple of IPAs, the Mama Little Pills here, another lager. And you know, Oskar Blues, I believe they have a brewery, or at least where they're producing the beer in Colorado, Texas, maybe even North Carolina. And they've been around for a while. I think this is the one that I've had before I started doing this compilation pack that I know I've had. Dale's Pale Ale is another one that's part of the pack. So I'm going to be trying to review most, if not all of them on this. So if this brewery interests you, or these styles do, take a look at it. So this one, I presume, they say it's a Bohemian Pilsner. Okay, I'm not going to go into the difference between Bohemian Pilsner, which is Czech Premium Pale Lager, and German Pils, other than maybe highlight a few things about German Pilsner. But there is a video that I did, I believe, already on German Pilsner, and I went into a little bit more of the history. But what you're expecting with this, just to highlight a few things with German Pilsner, because they're saying Bohemian Pilsner. I think it's a little bit more closer to their German Pilsner, but again, I try and avoid splitting hairs too much. German Pilsner, where a lot of the American lagers and light lagers originated from that style of beer before German immigration, and I go into that in that particular video. It's going to be a like straw to light gold color beer. Should be sparkling clear. Should be very well attenuated, meaning not much residual sweetness. So kind of crisp. Most of the time they're using German noble hops like Hallertau, Mittelfrüh, Tettning, Spalt. There's probably a few others that are usually floral, perfumey, maybe a little herbal, sometimes grassy, those types of things. But again, and it should not have any diacetyl. If you ever have Pilsner Urquell, which is a true Bohemian Pilsner, which German Pils emanated from, that has a little diacetyl in there. It kind of gives you that buttery smell, maybe like popcorn butter from the movie theater, things like that. German Pilsner, it's considered a flaw if it's in there. Diacetyl is allowed in some British beers, English beers at low levels, and the Pilsner Urquell, which is just kind of, and it's a byproduct from fermentation. But again, I'll stop there and get diving too deep into it. German Pilsner's IBU units, International Bitters units, is about 22 to 40 to kind of give you an idea. Pilsner Urquell, I believe, is 30 to 45, which is Czech Premium Pale Lager. Kind of give you, comparatively speaking to some of the U.S. versions of lagers, are somewhere, 12 to 18, give or take. So it's a little bit, should have some hoppiness to it, some, hop aroma, not fruity. Okay, but like that herbal, peppery, maybe minty, floral, perfumey type of hops with this style of beer. And like I said, the alcohol level, I'm a little rusty on that number, but it's roughly like, we'll say 4.5 to 5.5, the ABV percentage on a typical German Pils. Now this one is coming in at 4.7, which is kind of right in that line. German Pilsner would be kind of like my Mount Rushmore of beers to have on standby. I just feel that sometimes German Pilsner especially, or German Pils, doesn't get much love because there is some kind of similarities to American lager, American light lager, that some people get turned off on because of that particular type of hop. Nowadays, the IPAs have been dominating, the fruity, grapefruit, peach, mango, tropical fruits, that a lot of times people don't like these particular styles of beer, but I really feel German Pils is a phenomenal beer. All right, guys, so let's open this bad boy open. So from Oskar Blues, I'm probably going to have it pop over my shoulder. I'm probably going to have that 15 pack popping over my shoulder, which this was one beer amongst those. There's 5 beers, 3 of each for 15. So Oskar Blues. And again, this beer's been around for a while. And I have good memories of it. It's been probably at least 2 years or so since I've had it, maybe even longer. Okay, so I'll get it on camera for you here in just a second. As I'm pouring it, I do see that kind of darker straw to gold. Again, remember, it should be kind of sparkling clear. Shouldn't be no haze to this at all if it's brewed true to style. So again, forgive my large amount of head here, but that's how I pour these days. So I got a nice white to light tan head. I already getting the aroma from some of the floral, herbal, peppery kind of hops already. Taking a look at it, perfectly clear other than some of my nucleation bubbles. As I've always said, I have clean glasses. Sometimes I'm just drinking at the comforts of my home, so they may not be classically beer clean, but very clear. Straw, light gold color, no haze at all, which again, you wouldn't particularly want that in this style of beer. Let's take a sniff of the aroma. Oh yeah, pretty classic German. You know you're in Germany when you smell this, or at least in Eastern Europe. Okay, because you're getting that, floral, perfumey, little peppery kind of minty herbal kind of hops on here. You're not getting fruit. Again, you're not getting pineapple, not even Pacific Northwest. You're not getting pine, okay, or resiny or things like that, but very nice. Classic for German pills, okay? And again, again, it's made primarily with Pilsner malt, hence German Pilsner. So that's another reason why you're going to have that nice gold to straw color. You're not going to get really any amber or any dark hues. And I kind of get that sweet white bread, at the very most, maybe a light breadcrumb kind of, aroma as far as the malt aromas. Okay? So anyway, guys, cheers. Let's take a swig of this thing. Okay, let's take a look at it one more time. You can see the head is nice, persisting pretty well here, and kind of even getting made fun of my glass, but I'm actually getting some nice lacing here. Right away, you get that highly attenuated, crisp, medium carbonation kind of Pilsner, right? True to all the classic Pilsners I've had, especially the German varieties, which are really going to compare this to all the German Pilsners that you see there that are authentic. You kind of get that white bread again on the malt. On the flavor, yeah, you have the herbal, little grassy, peppery kind of hops. On the aftertaste, it lingers a little bit on there. There's kind of a moderate to pronounced bitterness, and what I say, 22 to 40 IBUs is classic for the style. I don't know what this one particularly is. It's not a rule that they have to follow those numbers, but again, being a consumer, you'd like them to fall within a certain level. You don't want this, this is going to have more hop bitterness than, say, like your Spaten Original, any other Munich Helles that's out there that is somewhere around 16 to 22 IBUs. All right. So if you see like Hofbrauhaus Original, Spaten Original, it's like usually they have it like in a greenish bottle. Those are going to have a little less bitterness than this. Okay. And maybe a little, withheld a little bit on the hop aroma and flavor too. But this is very nice. No alcoholic warmth, very crisp. On the aftertaste, again, you still kind of get that residual malt, white bread flavor to it. Again, light to kind of medium mouth feel. Again, you want this kind of sharp. I don't pick up any diacetyl. I'm still learning picking that up I can pick it up on some beers. Definitely no diacetyl here, which is great. Get no oxidation kind of notes to it, either like anything papery or any malt shift or anything like that. So very good. Again, no, sometimes on, especially with the IPAs, I usually talk about this residual sugar film that I get in my mouth. I don't get that with this. This is actually pretty close, I think, to most original German varieties of Pilsner. That's why this one has become kind of pseudo-famous in the world of Pilsner beers. But again, you may not have heard so much about it because, again, Pilsner, German Pilsner in the United States, I don't think is as popular with the general public. But if you are someone who likes Budweiser, Miller, even international pale lagers like Heineken, things like that, and you want to get introduced to a good craft Pilsner, this one's very good. I would give this a good, maybe A-. Again, A. You know, there is some subjectivity to my grading scale also, even though I'm kind of giving it letter grades like you're in high school. It just has that classic German hop, and they may not even be using German hops. There are American hops that replace or could be exchanged with German hops, but this has that classic, hop, aroma, flavor, and even the almost the exact bitterness probably to a typical German Pilsner, which I can appreciate. So again, pairing this is a good quaffable, thirst-quenching, crushable type of beer. You can use it with a lot of different foods. I won't dive into this particular beer on everything, but it's a good, you can consume, you can drink a lot of it. It can be a thirst quencher for your barbecue, pizzas. There's really not much that German Pilsner can't go with. I just find that it's just an easy drinking, nice summertime beer too, and especially a craft one, okay, from Oskar Blues. It's good to have that I would take over American Lager, Budweiser, Miller any day of the week, even though I've learned to appreciate those beers a little bit more these days, but this is very good. So anyway, guys, the beer dissection was Mama Little Yella Pils from Oskar Blues. Highly recommend it if you see it out there, and if you do see that 15-pack compilation. At the filming of this, I've reviewed 2 or 3. They may not have been posted yet, but so far so good with that pack. All right, guys, to the next beer dissection video. Have a great day. Take care.